Welcome back, everybody, to Outdoor Power Tech. I know it's been about a month. Shop's been busy, like always this time of year. It's been way more busier than I have in the past years. Just been killing me, but thankful that I have the work coming in. But anyways, a little slow today. Got a bunch of work coming in, scheduled for the rest of this week. So I figured I'd just do something simple for everybody that might be wanting to know how just to do a standard service on Stihl BR550. The other Stihl blower, backpack blowers are very similar to this. Only difference is in some you'll have one gas filter, and in other ones you'll have two gas filters. They just piggyback off of each other. So let me get the camera. Probably just keep the camera right here set up like this. This looks like a good angle, but we'll zoom in on it. But this is just a standard service. It might fix some issues, but this isn't a fix an issue type of video. But I mean, if you have bad gas filters that are clogged up and your engine won't crank up or won't stay running, it could be something as simple as replacing the gas filter. So a regular service might fix that, but that's not what this is. It isn't a fix an issue video. This is just a standard service to stay on top of your backpack blower so it stays good and healthy, I guess we could say. And it's good to do this once a year, because once your gas filters start getting clogged up, you start having engine running problems, performance issues, and especially the air filter, it starts having issues. The woman that brought me these, she's had them for quite a few years, but has had a lawn care company mowing her yard for the last 4 or 5 years, and she hasn't used them. So she just wanted me to just do a full service on it, even though it is, I told her that it looks brand new. She still wanted me to do a full service on it for, I've already drained the gas out. We'll want to drain the gas out of it for y'all people that has never done a service. It makes it easier if you just drain the gas out of it, so you can get your gas filter out, snake it out. Tools we're going to want to have is you're going to want a 5/8 socket for your spark plug, a T27 Torx. I use this tool. It's used for pulling fuel line through gas tanks and stuff on small engine stuff, like 2-cycle stuff. You can get a hanger and put a bend on the end of it to help snake out the gas line out of the tank. Let's see here. Of course, you're gonna need your gas filter. You're gonna need your spark plug, which is an NGK CMR6H. And of course, you're gonna need your air filter. I'll put the part number up on that. I haven't taken this part yet, so I don't know how good the stuff looks inside it. We're still going to change everything. And if we get around to it, we're going to go ahead and replace the primer bulb also. I'll put a part number up on the screen for all this stuff. But let's get started. It's pretty simple process. Let's go ahead. Let's do the easy thing first. Let's get the spark plug out first. And your spark plug is underneath this boot right here. And sometimes they can be a booger to get out. Just twist back and forth like this to break that. Sometimes it forms a seal. So you would want to just twist it a little bit and then pull up, and it'll pop right out like so, okay? And we'll zoom in here so you can see where the spark plug is. You can see it right there. And what I mean by seal is this rubber grommet right here. You see where your spark plug goes in? Sometimes from being in there for so long, it'll get stuck to the spark plug and you just can't pull it out. So it's good to twist back and forth so it will break that rubber seal off of there. Okay, let's get the spark plug out. This is your 5/8 driver. Now let's go ahead and get your new spark plug in, and it is an NGK again, CMR6H. We'll just put it back down in the hole. that the spark plug came out of. Very simple. You'll see the hole that it goes into, and then we'll tighten this up. Okay, once it gets to where it hits bottom like this, you just want to give it just I do like just a quarter turn. Then put your boot on, wiggle it as you push down, and you'll hear it snap in. It'll make a little snap noise. And there we have it. You got that installed, the spark plug. All right, now we'll go ahead and take this side cover off that has your air filter. And it is a T27. And you don't have to use an impact. If you just have a regular handheld one, you can use it like screwdriver style. It does look like this air filter's been in here a while. Yeah, it's not too bad, but it is bad. You can see the black in here. So this does need to be replaced. You could blow that out. That's not recommended. Blowing it out might be fine, but once his cardboard-like material gets just dust built up inside of it, blowing it out don't work, and it still causes a restriction. So let's go ahead and replace this primer bulb. And this might be the more advanced for some people. So on the back here, on your recoil, you have 3 27 Torx. Let's see if I can spin that around. And sometimes it's kind of wonky working on these blowers because the tube on it right here gets in the way. Take this out. And then this bottom. We'll set those to the side and remember what kind these are. The 3 that came out of your recoil or pull string looks like this, and it's machine threaded. See how fine the threads are on this? I'm saying it's just in case we have some that is for plastic. So this just wiggles off just like that. All right, we got one right here. We got one right here. And these are going to be your plastic ones too. And I think we have some down here on the bottom. We do. We have some here on the bottom. And I'm going to grab my handheld 27. Can y'all see where I'm at? Maybe you'll be able to see where I'm putting the screwdriver in at. There's one right here. Let me move this camera so you can see, okay? All right, can you see where I'm going to be putting my screwdriver at right here? Let's unscrew that. And this might be where it'd be good for y'all to have a pair of nail nose pliers. Because you can just reach up in there sometimes. It's hard to do this with the camera going. Let me try and do this. Let me get on this other side. Now, you don't have to catch this with anything. I don't normally. Just screw it out. Sometimes I just let it stay in the plastic housing. There we go. Just don't lose it, okay? You got one right here, and then you have one on the other side, on the bottom, which you'll be able to find it if you go looking. Let me get that one out, and then I'll get the camera set back up. All right, we got those 4 out. And I'll show you what they look like. See the threads on them are more spread out. These are your plastic screws. The screws are not plastic, but they screw into plastic. All right, we'll set those over here. And now this should come off. You have, let's see here. We gotta pull this off first. Spark plug grommet. All right. And then you have some rubber grommets down here on the bottom of your gas tank that just fit into these little cones right here that's on the gas tank. Kind of just holds it in place. All right, let's pull that off. And now we're gonna be over here. Should have used my other table for this, but it's tied up right now with an engine on it. Okay, here's your primer bowl. I'll get you in here so you can see. There's a prong. There's 2 prongs on it, but we're gonna be pushing down on this prong, squeezing it in to get it to unclip. And I'll get the new one and show you what I'm talking about. All right, here's the new one. You see it has these prongs on it? We're gonna be squeezing in on one of them to be able to pull it out of it because it just snaps in, okay? So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Sometimes they can be a booger. Might want a screwdriver for this. Just don't pinch your fingers or nothing. And we might have to take this whole plastic housing off here. Sometimes you have enough gas line that you can pull out, which I don't think we do on this one. And I really don't want to take the carburetor off because that's going to make this more of a project for y'all. Let's see here. Yeah, let's go ahead and take this plastic housing off right here that holds the carburetor on. It's the same exact torque screws, and you're gonna have 3 on here. Maybe it's just gonna be 2 that holds that flap on. Maybe this will make it a little easier for us. You do so many of these things that sometimes you can't remember if you can just replace the primer bowl like that or if you have to take this whole assembly off. I had a guy comment on one of my videos, actually this past week. He's like, I can tell you ain't done many of those, or you would have known to take the 7 screws out. I took the 7 screws out and I pulled the side cover off. It's just so many things come through your shop when you're doing on average between 400 to 500 jobs a year. You tend to forget stuff just because. And I think we do. Might have to take that 3rd one out. Maybe. I'll take it out just in case. There we go. Just be very gentle with it because you are pulling a carburetor. All right, we got one right here. That's where the 3rd one was. I knew I had a 3rd one. You see where I'm screwing this at? There's one right here. Everything buttons up to the back of this thing, so be gentle with everything. And you might have to finagle with everything so you can get enough gas line to pull out. Y'all still see what I'm doing here? All right, you're gonna have on your primer bulb, you're gonna have a long nipple and a short nipple. Make sure you plug these up back to the same gas line. So the one that come out of short one's already pulled off. And I'm going to pull this one off of the other nipple. And sometimes you have to get a little tiny screwdriver to help persuade that gas line off of it. You see that gas line on there, right there? I'm gonna get this screwdriver here and just do like, see, like, just like that. All right. This is for the long nipple. Yeah, you might want to have your, of course you're gonna have no gas in your gas tank, but have your gas cap loose so there's no pressure built up in it. All right, and then we're gonna squeeze. Squeeze this one back on. That's where nail nose pliers comes in handy. Just so I can hold it in place. And if you need to replace gas lines, now's the time to do it. All right, got that up where I want it. See? All right, now the other line will pull back through here because it pulled through. Now go to your short nipple. Squeeze that back up on there. All right, that's good. Okay, now we'll push this back through. They might have sent me the wrong primer bulb. I'll be back with you in a minute. And they did. They sent me the wrong primer bulb. That's fine. I got other ones in stock. So I'll just take this back off. Remember this one hooks to the short one. I might have to trim that line back a little bit. Let me get my scissors and trim that so I'll have a fresh cut on it. I'll get that trimmed so I'll have some fresh. This will be for the long one. Oh yeah, that's a whole lot better. Get this on the bottom one. I either ordered the wrong ones or just grabbed the wrong one out of the box because I ordered this stuff in bulk. Probably just grabbed the wrong one out of the box. All right, now we'll push this back right here and get it snapped in just like so. Get our carburetor back lined up where it's supposed to go. Like so. And then I want to make sure all the gas lines are as they should be. I'm gonna get y'all around here so you can see how this goes on the back of this carburetor. All right, this gas line's gonna go in that groove right here. This gas line's gonna go in this groove, and then your throttle linkage is gonna go. I don't have to get around to the other side. It's going to snap down in there like that. All right, now the easiest way to do this is we'll go ahead and put this back on. Like so. Go ahead and get your bolts pushed through while you're holding your carburetor. If you want to skip this step, if your primer bulb's good, that's fine. If your primer bulb's not good, you're gonna want to replace it. You're also gonna make sure that your gas lines are not smashing up against nothing. There we go. There, that's better. All right, I'll get my bolt through there. And I'll get my other bolt through right here. And then while I make sure none of these things come undone back here, bring this up. Make sure you plug your pulse line back into it. It's a rubber hose that goes into the bottom of the carburetor. I'll get you back over here so you can see it. See this line right here? This rubber grommet or hose, see? It goes up on that nipple. All right. I'll screw these in. Alright, I'll make sure my throttle works. Make sure that primes and fills out. Okay. Alright, now I'll put this one I thought I was supposed to take out in the air filter box. This is a flap that you can move for when it's cold or hot outside. Get that screwed in. All right. Get this turned around this way. We gotta make sure this wire right here is behind this right here. There we go. Let's put our screw back in. All right, make sure our throttle still works. It does. I don't have any gas in it, but I can do this and make sure none of the lines are pinched. All that looks good. Okay. All right, let's get our air filter on. I'll get this turned around. We'll put our air filter back on here in a second. Let's put the housing back on here. All right, run your spark plug grommet through there like so. I like to lift up on the gas tank. First, you gotta make sure you got a wire right here with a cover on it. There's a little hole in both of these housings that it goes between. I like to do that, then lift up on the lower housing right here and lift it up and get that rubber grommet over the gas tank nipple. Same thing on the left side. All right. Now we're going to get these screwed in. All right, then these bob ones I'm going to put in. I'm just going to balance it on the tip of my Torx driver here. Put it up in the hole and screw it in. Everything pops into place. So if something's not lining up, take it back apart and make sure everything's popped in right, and then get some screws started, and then you can get it back on again. But nothing should be hard to screw in. Everything should be smooth when you put it together. Make sure everything's tight on that. All right, let's plug our spark plug up. All right, now let's put our recoil on. Your recoil goes on like this, okay? I mean, you can put it on any way. Maybe not. Maybe they have it set up where the pattern's just this way. Okay. All right, now this is gonna be your 3 metal machine screws. See, like this. And be gentle with these, because you don't want to go too far and strip this, because then your recoil is not going to work right. It's going to be wonky and loose, and you're going to end up stripping everything out, and then you won't be able to start it. So, all right. Now for the gas tank. We already have that empty. This piece right here, this ball goes up into a little groove in the gas tank, like so, but it's coming down this way. You can pull that out of that groove and it comes loose and you can pull it out. All right, now, see if I can find my, there it is. What you want to do is look up in there and find your gas line. If you can't see, and if when you putting your flashlight in here, you still can't see far enough back, you can put your flashlight on the side of the gas tank like this and look in there that way. And that's what I always do, so the flashlight's not in the way. And then you just snake the gas filter out. That's why I like to have needle nose pliers too, because sometimes it's just easier to do that. All right, y'all still see this? All right, what I do is I pull a little bit of gas line out and I hold this. And you hold it tight, because when you pull your gas filter off, and that gas filter is dirty. when you pull your gas filter off, it'll want to go back up in there, and then it's hard as crap to get it back out. Okay, get that snapped back in. Okay, we'll put that down in there, and then I push it to the middle of the ones that only has one gas filter on them like this. I push to the middle of the gas tank with the gas line doing this number and going back into the gas tank. And get a long screwdriver. And you want it sitting in the bottom of the gas tank. You don't want it sitting at the top. Let's see what we got here. Almost got it. There we go. That's exactly where I want it. Right there. Okay. Let's get some gas in it. Let's get that air filter on. Okay. Get our air filter box cover. I'm gonna go ahead and clip this into that groove. And you'll see the groove, it's in top of your gas tank. The way I do it is I get the, you see how Neil knows pliers and has that, I have the ball pointing upwards, not down, I have it pointing upwards. Let me get y'all down here real quick. All right. I have a flashlight on the side of the gas tank so y'all can see down in there what I'm doing. I get the end of this like this, holding on the string part of it, not the plastic part. And then I stick this down in here. Let me see if I can go this way so the camera don't act up on y'all. And then I just slide up in that groove like that. You see how it's up in that groove? And you can slide up a little bit further with the I mean, technically you don't have to put that in there, it's just so you don't lose your gas cap. All right. Let's get her filled up with gas. And then we'll prime her up and see if everything primes up, and then we'll try to crank her. All right. Let me get this set up and we'll see if we get her cranked. All right. Set her to choke. Prime her a few times. This machine is set up to be stuck on the over on the throttle, so it can't be on off unless you push it down and hold it. Check our throttle's moving good. choke, half choke. All right, I'm gonna let it warm up just for a few seconds. While I eat me some homemade broth. There you go, guys. That's just a full annual service on your Stihl backpack blower BR550. Just standard full service. I hope this video is educational, could help somebody. Just take your time. Some of this stuff can get kind of tedious and frustrating, but take your time, get everything back where it goes, and you should be good to go. Well, I appreciate it, and I hope to have another video out next week. Hope that things are slowing down just a little bit. Till next time, we'll talk to you later. Bye.